Hey everybody, welcome back to Auto Transport Intel. It is noon, it is Friday, Central Time. And that means it is time for Cars on the Move. We're connecting dealers, auctions, and carriers. Now, wherever you are, right, you know that, okay, on Tuesday night we have the big show where we talk to, a company or have an interview or panel discussion. Wednesday's DOT, Thursday's load boards. On Friday, we bring it home. Talk to the dealers, auctions, carriers. We'll even talk to brokers and dispatchers. And Ty is live in the transport parking lot, and he wants to hear what's on your mind. Before we get started, please do feel free to give a like. Thank you very much. And also, you can click that, see below the video, click that share button, click that copy button, grab that YouTube link, text it, email it, share it on social media, say to a friend, you know somebody at a car dealership right now, maybe at an auto auction, and they're trying to grow their business, right? Although the load boards are looking pretty good. They are, but it's temporary. It's time to get some customers. Let's talk about it. What do you say to car dealers? What do you say, right? You're in the moment. You walked in. You did it. You pulled the truck over, or you stopped doing what you're doing. You finished loading that car. You go into the dealership. What are you going to say? We want to talk to you about that. We want to talk about what you're going to say when you go in to grow your business. Go to autotransportintel.com. Click on sign up, become an ATI insider, whether you're a carrier, dealer, technology company. Actually, more and more we're getting folks that are business owners signing up as insiders. And that is really cool. Thank you guys so much. Also, please do feel free, say hello in the live chat. Two Bears Transportation just left Mannheim and Dallas. Nice cool weather. Let's move them cars. It's nice out. John Cochran says hello. What's up, John? Thanks for tuning in yesterday. Glad we could do a route search in the DC area for you. And we want to hear from you. We want to see you and talk. Carlos, ACB Logistics is here. I love as this community grows, we get to know each other better, start knowing where people are at, what your routes are, what your trailers are, and how business is going. And we have a super spreader roundtable Tuesday night coming up, so please do join us for that. We're going to be talking more about that. It's time. Here we go. Zoom meeting live. Cars on the Move. Ty's live in the transport parking lot. Ty, can you see me and hear me okay?
Hey, Jay. Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Well, I don't know if you can tell, but I got short sleeves on. It's really nice out. And yesterday I was here. I'm in the transport parking lot at the auction pretty much every Friday. I was at the auction yesterday. I don't have the exact numbers. I'm going to go ballpark 900 cars, 80% sale. So yesterday, though, I'm here. It was cold and windy and rainy, nasty. The place was packed. I mean, packed. Cars were in the street trying to get in. The price of the used car still continues to go up, right? So, hey, good news, by the way. I can make it official now. Guess what I got lined up for next Friday?
Tell us.
I've got the general sales manager at America's Auto Auction lined up for a short interview to tell us about the auction.
That's awesome.
I just made that official.
That is awesome. That's good, and because that is the invitation is out there. We expect that's going to be happening more and more. And
yeah,
so
it
that's
is.
exciting. Thank you. Good job, man.
Yeah. Well, okay. So there's what I want to talk about today kind of stems from Tuesday night, which is kind of normal, I think, for this Friday show. So Tuesday night you had United Road on, and Ray said something that's really stuck in my head since he said it. He said 60 to 70% fail rate. Did you hear that? Was that just me, or did he say that? I think he said that.
He said that. Yeah. And specifically 60 to 70% of, is it new businesses, carriers?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. What did he say? 3 to 6 months? Something like that? It's the survival rate, life expectancy.
We probably need to go back and watch that, because you're referring to it was Tuesday night, right?
Yeah.
Ray Moran, Director of Operations, United Road, threw down some serious data because they do the research, which is helpful, and yeah, it's not good.
No, it's not. So where I'm going with this is this kind of supports, I guess you would say, what you've one of the reasons you built this channel. You know, you said it. I hung in there with you yesterday during Dispatching Live the entire show. I always say that's my favorite show. The reason I talk about that show so much is because it should make you go crazy, and it should make you want to seek out different ways to do business, right? And that's kind of where this platform that you've built, this community that you've built, kind of, for me, comes together. We're not out here promoting get rich quick. We're not out here doing clickbait. We're out here trying to educate people. This is a really serious business. It costs a lot of money to operate it, and you really should have some kind of idea what you're doing. And that's where sign up for ATI Insider, come to the roundtable, talk to Ty. I don't have all the answers. Jay doesn't have all the answers, but there are certain things, and we're going to talk about this Tuesday night. I'm working on characteristics of a car haul, right? And I'm not going to get into that now, but I'm going to kind of touch on a little bit about the importance of knowing who you are, right, in this business, and the elements that are connected to being successful. So I spend too much time consuming too much news, right?
That's a common problem.
Exactly.
It is a common problem.
And I've got an opinion, but I'm not going to share my opinion. What I'm going to share is, it's my belief, my core belief. It's important if you own your own business, whether that's one truck, one trailer, or a lot. You need to be aware of what's going on in the financial sector, what's going on in the political spectrum, and you need to come up with your own conclusions how to navigate through. Go ahead.
Well, I want to say this with what you're saying. You remember yesterday on Dispatching Live, and in fact, if you go back to yesterday's show, I marked it in the time code, something about doing data and research. Did you hear the guy that went to go work for a company and he's already back to sue 3 to 4 weeks later?
Yeah.
Now, if you're moving back that fast, I don't know how much research you did. And this gets into, we talk about, you said clickbait videos. It seems to be working. If you tell somebody that, and that's why I called yesterday's show is called Load Board Fat Stacks, because by calling it Fat Stacks, the views should go through the roof. I was flashing money. I called it Fat Stacks. It seems to be pretty popular. We seem to be really good at getting people's attention by just flashing money without having any substance, which might go with the guy that came back 3 weeks later. You got to do a little bit of homework. I know it's hard, and it's not as much fun as some of the other news, but it's crucial. It actually makes me really sad to hear. And now a company's being blamed for their lack of research.
Yeah,
that's unfortunate.
And that's where I think, again, we can do our best to educate, inform, ask a lot of questions. I don't know that we can force anybody to do anything, but it's like I say, this last 2 weeks, Jay, because of your show, I've talked to 5 people that want to be a broker or are a broker and trying to figure out, how do I do this, right? And it's funny because the more I talk to these people, the more I think about Sue. Sue's a broker and Sue dispatches. Sue's been doing it for a long time. Sue knows how to be the bumper rails in the bowling alley, right? Sue's really smart. Sue's figured out lanes. Sue's figured out rates. Sue's figured out how to keep these guys going. And traditionally, being a stinger guy, a fleet guy, I would mock or laugh or scoff at this idea. Did you hear that? I mean, Jay and I can go back how many years and how many conversations where Jay and I are back and forth. I'm trying to understand, what is he saying, a load board and a dispatcher? That's foreign to me. I don't understand that. And it's taken Jay and I a couple years to get to where 2021 is hybrid. We've been working at it. I don't get mad at Jay and say, Jay, I'm never going to talk to you again. What's that? Is that a car hauler or a flatbed?
Right? Right. And it's funny. I keep talking about flatbeds. You know, on this note, Ty, you know what's really interesting? Because I also would love to know how many of our views actually stay in business. Because I think there's plenty of people that have fallen for the clickbait that are no longer in business. And that's unfortunate. We want people to stay in business, which is why we get pretty real from the beginning. But I keep talking about flatbeds. We're going to figure out how this plays into, because Carvana is clearly into car hauling. I just saw another Vroom flatbed ad on LinkedIn. Flatbeds are getting attention, but you still have Stingers upset with wedgies, which brings me to, in Tuesday night's news, I don't have it right here, although I could probably dig it up. There is, you know what, I'm going to dig it up. Here, watch this, Ty. Bless you, bro.
Thanks, man. Hope they got that on film.
Yeah, man, we got that. I'm probably gonna sell that audio to a COVID documentary because they're looking for good sneezes. So I want to share this. This was on one of our favorite social media threads.
What's the picture? Parking lot with car haulers?
Yeah, so I'm going to read it. For all the new guys wanting to get in the business, which is exactly what we're talking about. Please don't pull in nose out, so when a guy comes in behind your trailer, you tell him that he needs to move because you're the dumbass that pulls in the wrong way. Also, move the car down on the trailer so we don't see you back on here flipped over. Now, I actually appreciate the words, which is why it's never going to stop. You're never going to stop seeing the flip of the week and all that other stuff if we don't start sharing information. Now, I know that Granddaddy didn't share anything, and my daddy didn't share anything, and I know the tendency is today not share anything. But that has to stop, because if we don't share information, we're going to keep seeing this. It is never going to stop unless we start to educate other people.
Yeah, I agree. Big time. So, where I'm going with this is, okay, and you just said COVID, and I was thinking on the way here today, I remember standing in this parking lot completely empty with the camera, and the lot looks empty, and oh gosh, the world's coming to an end. Remember that? We were calling it back then State of the Car Hauling Union Address.
Well, it's funny. Yes, a year ago, we were doing State of Car Hauling, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and that's actually what began the beginning of this crazy four times a week live we have now. Yeah, State of Car Hauling was the beginning of Cars on the Move.
Right. And I remember, as I was thinking about this, let me go to the end and I'll work my way back. Here's the end.
Like it.
I really think that between Paul Machine's data, Paul Machine's perfect storm, what I read, the things I follow, I think now would be a good time to get your financial house in order, both personal and business, if you haven't. So, meaning, okay, I made it through COVID, I'm good. You might be good, you might not be good, okay? So what does that mean? That means get your balance sheet out, look at your liabilities, look at your assets. Assets, the number one I'm looking for is either equity or cash on hand, right? And you can apply this to your personal life. Where I'm going is I'm saying there's a very good chance Paul could be very well right, and it could actually be bigger than Paul thinks. Okay? Did you hear that? What's Paul talking about, everybody? Who's Paul Machine? What's he talking about?
Exactly.
Paul Machine.
Somebody right now is like, who's Paul Machine and what is he talking about?
Okay, remember Michael Burry? You ever heard that name?
Oh, The Big Short, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember the very first time I heard Paul talk about the perfect storm, it was choppy, it was hard to understand, hard to consume. I remember the second time, I'm like, well, that's a little better. That's kind of making sense. It's getting more smooth. I remember the third time I heard it. and the 4th and the 5th and the 6th. It's very clear now. It's very precise. It's very accurate. Okay, Tuesday night, what did Paul say? Based off data, Paul's never driven a car hauler. Paul's not into car hauling. Paul has no idea about car hauling. Off of data, Paul's data, Paul says, without me talking to Paul, without Jay talking to Paul, Paul says what we say based on data.
And I'm gonna interject. So Andrew in the live chat, by the way, Andrew, thanks for tuning in. Andrew's from AutoMap, and like many other companies, got on the calendar. We're gonna be talking to Andrew next week, not live, but we're gonna talk, and that's that's what this channel's all about. Connecting the dots, plugging in all the lights on the Christmas tree. You want to talk? Send me an email at autotransportintel@gmail.com. But getting back to Andrew's comment, what's a Paul Machina? Well, Paul Machine is Director of Strategic Accounts for Black Book. Go to blackbook.com. What's a Black Book? Well, Black Book, Ty, what is Black Book and what do they do?
Black Book has been around for a long time. Black Book, to the best of my knowledge, has a lot of data, VINs. And that data has all kinds of things attached to it, whether that's options, whether that's features, whether that's price, whether that's location. And I don't know how they get it. That's not maybe my realm. That'd be a Paul question. But point is an incredible amount of data for cars.
That's right, because what do they love? They love VINs.
VIN numbers.
Think Pac-Man and dots and VINs. And they eat VINs constantly.
They do.
In fact, they eat so many VINs. I think somebody better call Jared Kalfas and tell him that Jay just came up with a new ad campaign. Because they eat so many VINs that they know. It's kind of, here's the analogy. The visual analogy is those recovery tow trucks with license plate readers, and all they do is, while they're driving around working, they're reading license plates. That's what Black Book does with VINs. And after a while, they start to see the same VIN, and they start to map out a life cycle. And now they take that data and sell it to companies that need reliable data about vehicles. And that's why the vehicle brings us back to the auction. The guy that's buying a car at the auction knows what it should go for. Actually, the auction knows what it should sell for. The guy knows what he should pay because of amazing data like Black Book VIN data. We hear MMR, but MMR is built upon Black
Book. Exactly. Exactly. So what are we talking about? Well, I like to try to bring it back to the car haul. Doesn't matter how big you are. It doesn't matter how small you are. It doesn't matter how long you've been in. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Jay and I are pushing the message. If you're not paying attention, you might have a problem. Let me say it again. If you're not paying attention, you might have a problem. If you think you know it all, you found your groove, you know what you're doing, F you and F you and F you. Right. I don't need to have any of this information. You might hang on a minute. Okay? Got it?
But Ty, when are we going to talk about how much money I make?
We're not.
Oh.
I never.
Well, then I'm out of here, Ty. I'm out of here because I'm going to go click on a video that talks about fat stacks.
That's okay. Go ahead.
Exactly.
I can tell you how it'll work out.
It's awesome, dude. Exactly.
Go ahead. And I'm not being mean about it. I'm just saying there are people that get in this every day that are gonna fail. And we're not wishing that upon them, but we are saying there's a safer, better way.
But
we need you.
And we did, and if you focus too much on the fat stacks, you're pulled in the wrong way, and you're going to be top heavy at a rest area, and then you're going to end up on a social media feed. Why did that happen? because you didn't do enough research of actual information before you actually picked up the car, which, by the way, isn't even actually located where you thought it was, because on the load boards, they don't actually have to post whatever is actually going to happen.
Yeah. So when we go back to, what does Ty talk about? How does Ty help? Who is Ty? What is ATI? Why are we doing this? Well, we're doing it because we're not getting rich. I can promise you that. We're doing this because we're passionate about this industry, and we think this industry needs some help because it's very fragmented, right? And there's a lot of hate, and I understand that. I get it. Okay. So if you're wanting in the business, or if you're in the business, I want to emphasize this one more time. Paul is a lot like the Michael Bird. All right. Paul, yes. and I was thinking about it, I honestly do not like to talk about this stuff. Okay, I don't. I'm an optimist. I live in Thai fantasy land, and it's always a good place there, right? And it doesn't matter what you throw at me, I'll figure it out. That's Thai. But I feel there's an obligation, because of my relationship with Jay, my relationship on this channel. I feel like I need to say, hey guys, pay attention. If you're a car hauler, pay attention.
And that's what they kind of, you just made me think, that's kind of leading into Tuesday night, right? Because Tuesday night, what are we doing Tuesday night? I'm going to bring up the graphic here. I mean, keep talking, Ty. What are we doing Tuesday night?
Well, Tuesday night, we're doing the Super Spreader event, which is a roundtable, which is, we like people that are new to come onto the show. We like to introduce them. We're going to have a special guest, Julie Delp with Nationwide. We're going to probably have, as far as I know right now, 4 ladies will be on the Super Chat with us, and Julie, so make it 5. Women in car hauling. That's a big deal. That's really something Julie's passionate about too, by the way.
So now you got my attention. Okay, so we're actually going to, Tuesday night, we're going to talk to, all right, so Julie Delp, she basically runs Nationwide Auto Transport.
She's the owner.
She's
her
the
and
owner.
Mark.
Okay.
Her and Mark, yeah, they've been around for over 20 years.
Have you seen the loads that she's been posting on email, like daily emails of, I don't know if I have a copy. I was trying to save some of it. She is daily sending out emails with lots of loads. She has as many loads as some small load boards. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Why? And so she's going to be on the show, and then we also have a bunch of other carriers on the show. So what are we trying to do Tuesday night?
Well, ultimately, and this is what's fun because you don't see it as it's taking place. What we're really doing is we're really building relationships, period. Okay?
Yeah.
I like to see your face, Jay. I like to see how you're doing, Jay.
You talk to everybody. Jay? I know. It is awesome. You talk to, I can't believe how many people you talk to.
Yeah. Well, I do talk to a lot of people, and I do get to hear about it, and I do want to see their face, and I do want them to succeed. I talked to somebody yesterday that's going to be on the spreader that I've talked to a lot of times. Hey, how's it going down there? Not very good. Well, tell me what's going on. Well, I can't find a driver. I've gone through 8 since we last talked. You know what I said? You're never going to get a driver for that equipment. So either buy different equipment or park it and become a broker. You're very good at sales. You're very good at networking. You get that. There are a lot of carriers that don't have that gift. Maybe they wish they did, but they could use you. You could be their load board. You could help them. You could keep them safe. Here's your lane. Go do this. As we talked more about it, you could hear the lights going off in this person's head. Oh, that makes so much sense. I didn't think about it like that. Yeah, how much money are you spending on that truck and trailer? How much are you spending on insurance? And how focused are you on trying to find a driver that's not going to stay with your company? It consumes you. You get focused on the problem. I need a driver. I need a driver. I need a driver. You're so focused on that problem. Wait a minute. Let's look at some of the qualities and characteristics that you're really good at. Maybe we don't need a truck. Okay. And I'm not saying this, I say it all the time. It's not one size fits all, guys. That's not what we're here about. That's why I keep saying, who are you? What are you doing? do you know yourself? There's this saying, I've heard it somewhere, be true to thyself, right? Okay, do you know who you are? Do you get pissed really quick? Do you blow off the handle fast? This may not be a good business for you because there's a lot of problems. And if you blow off fast and you got a short fuse, you're probably going to get told, I will never use you again, right? Okay, are you built with persistence? Do you have determination? Does it take a lot to stop you? Those are good questions. You're the only person that knows the answer to that, okay? So we've got technology, we've got dealers, we've got auctions. We're trying to figure this out. Ty, what are you really talking about? You're kind of scaring me about watching finance and what's this Paul machine data and perfect storm crap. I don't know. But I watched yesterday's show, and I'm telling you that the questions that are being asked are valid questions. Why are there so many cars on the load board? Why are the rates so high? Why is the new cars down? What are we doing? Okay, you want to pay attention? Watch this. These guys that haul OEM, do you think they're just going to stand around and say, well, we'll wait for the shop to crank back open so we can start hauling OEMs again? No. They're going to start coming around, sniffing around your neighborhood. What's your neighborhood? Auctions, dealers, POV. I'm not a POV guy, but I am an auction and a dealer guy. And I'm telling you, these guys got a lot of trucks. They got a lot of people. They're not just going to stand around and wait for somebody to say, we're building more cars again, guys. Come on, let's go. Doesn't work that way. I've been doing this for 20 years. They'll find cars to move. Are you in a relationship with a dealer? Are you in a relationship with a broker? Are you working a lane? Are you developing anything? If you're running around chasing money, you better make sure you do have fat stacks somewhere in the mattress or the backyard. There's a very high chance, in Ty's opinion, I'm not a financial guy, I'm not a whatever guy, I'm just telling you, the stuff I read that I don't like to read, that really makes me sick, could very well be true, okay? So,
Capiche? No, I loved it, man. Yes, Ty. Yes. You know, what's cool is that because Thursday is my day to kind of rant and roll. Yours is Friday.
Oh, yeah.
And that was a great speech. And I can tell, I see, you know, there you got some folks' attention on that. And that it could be just one person. And now they're back in the bathroom with their hands on the counter and they're staring in the mirror and they're saying, who am I? He's right. Do I blow up easily? Do I really want to move vehicles? Do I wish I was back in dentistry school? I don't know. I don't know the answer. But I do know that watching videos of money flying around is silly.
Right.
I know it feels good, but it's not real.
Well, it's funny because I feel bad, right?
Me too.
I mean, there's really so much as somebody, and I talk to everybody, and I do my best to be nice, but I also try to be honest. You know, what kind of truck and trailer do I buy? How does this work? And I feel bad because I'm like, time out. We can talk about equipment tomorrow or 10 minutes from now. That's not what's important. How are you going to pay for this idea? I don't know. That's why I'm calling you. Okay. Well, here's what we're going to do. And I'll say it. We're going to get you connected with this load board, and this load board. We're going to test you. We're going to go talk to 5 car dealers and call me back. Here's what you ask. Where do you get your used cars? Which auction do you go to all the time?
This is what you want to write down. You want to ask the dealer. Say it again, Ty. I'm ready.
Which auctions do you go to? Which auction do you go to? Okay.
What auction do you go to?
Yeah. If you walk up to a random dealer and ask him that, he's going to punch you in the face, right? Or at least that's what you think.
Okay.
That's not what's going to happen. See, this is where I get into the psychology of this because dealers, they sell all the time. Why are you asking the question? Well, I'm thinking about getting into transport, or I am in transport. And there's a rumor that dealers tend to go to the same place and buy the same cars. And is that true or false? We don't need to know. Dealers call it a honey hole, okay? And once they find their honey hole, they don't want anybody to know where their honey hole's at. What's a honey hole? Well, it's the auction that they go to that they think nobody else goes to, that they buy all the cars from because nobody's there. But there's usually about 400 other guys beside them doing the same thing. So when you ask the question, I'm not trying to get into your honey hole. I'm trying to find out, can I build a lane? Do you and I have the ability to have a relationship? Can I serve you? So the more I know about what you do and what you need, the more I'm able to maybe service that.
Right. How can I help you?
Yeah, you're a service guy.
A servant, a service guy. I love that.
Yeah.
I love
and that's why we talk. That's why I'm always talking about dealers. That's why I'm always talking about auctions. This really happened, okay? This is a real story. It really happened just last week. I may have already told it. I get a dealer who calls. He's about 100 miles away. Hey, Ty, I'm going to go to Mannheim this week. I'm going to buy a load of cars. Just want to make sure you're ready to go. Okay. Yeah, I'll take care of it. Hey, by the way, I just want you to know I got $1 says you don't get a load of cars. This guy, when he goes and when he calls, he always buys a load of cars. So he says, what? Well, I'll take that bet, Ty. I'm buying a load. All right. Calls me next day. Hey, I owe you the money for the bet. I'm like, yeah, I know. How many did you buy? 2? No, I got lucky. I got 4. Okay, well, just send drivers. I don't need a truck. Okay, got it. All right. First, relationship. Second, I already knew the answer to what he was getting ready to step into. Why? How? I talked to a lot of car dealers. I talked to a lot of auctions. I know that this particular auction, good luck. You're running 2 lanes and you've got how many cars? And you got online buyers and you got physical people there. You're not going to get it. So he calls, he's upset. He only got 4. I need cars. Well, have you thought about this other auction I know of? No, I hadn't even thought about it. What do you mean? Well, why don't you meet me? I'll either come and get you or I'll meet you at the auction. I'll introduce you to people I know, good people, and I'll show you the sale. I'll give you the tour, and I bet you'll buy a load of cars. All right. Now, what did I just say? I bet you will get a load of cars. That's really stepping out, right? Comes yesterday, show him around, he buys a load of cars. Now, I'm not a genius, I'm not a better, I'm just saying it's important for you to know your customer. What do they buy? You always hear me talking about follow the car, the life of a car. When a dealer buys a car, he usually buys something very similar to that next week after he sells it. He's found a niche. He knows what works for him. He knows what year and how many miles and what it looks like. And they figure these things out. You know, we had Sky Hallman on. Sky Hallman is a lifted Jeep guy, right? You think Sky Hallman's got Chevy Cruzes on his lot? No, he doesn't. He might get one for a trade. Is he going to keep it on his lot? No, he's going to get rid of it. Okay. So as I'm coaching people and I'm trying to tell them, go talk to the car dealer, pay attention, count the cars. How many cars are on the lot? What kind of cars are they? Why do I do that? Well, if he's got 100 cars on his lot, there's a pretty good chance he sells 50 cars a month. So how does he get those 50 cars? How does he replace them? Where do they come from? That's up to you to figure out. How do you figure that out? You talk to the car dealer, right? Okay. Now, load boards. You guys know I don't like load boards. You know I'm not a fan of load boards, okay? Why am I talking about it? Why did I just say we'll hook you up with this load board, and this load board? Well, things are changing. People don't physically go to auctions anymore. Whether Ty likes it or not, that's a reality, okay? Whether Ty likes load boards or not, it's a reality. What do we do with those? We use them to build our lane. You book a car that comes back to where you know people. Hey, guess who wants to talk to you now? Car dealer, all right? Ty, what about too much technology? Well, I can't handle it. Everybody wants to know where I'm at all the time. Make relationships with car dealers. You negotiate rate. You negotiate ETA. You negotiate terms of payment. Got it?
Yeah, man. Yes. I know you're already on fire, but I'm gonna light a Roman candle and just toss it at you. Talk about Clubhouse for a second. Why are you in Clubhouse? And what is Clubhouse?
Thanks.
Yeah.
Clubhouse is an app, and I think it's ISO only. So if you have Android, good luck. But if you have iOS, which I believe stands for basically Apple, it's a room. They call it a room. So it's a virtual room with a stage. And on that stage are the people that know what they're talking about. And I hang out in these clubhouses with dealers, big dealers. You guys know Brian Benstock? You heard that name? Jay, tell everybody who Brian Benstock is. You get pretty excited when I say that name.
Yeah, Brian Benstock. I have not met him. I'm not connected to him, and I haven't talked to him yet. But he is an influencer in the dealer space. You go to any big dealer event, virtual event, discussion, Brian Benstock is there, and he's usually a speaker. I think he's the owner or other C level at Paragon Honda, which I believe is maybe New Jersey or something. And he knows the dealer market, buying cars, selling cars, talking to customers. Yes, and all the way up to management. He knows what's going on. And have you talked to him? Have you talked to him?
No, I was up on stage with him once, so.
Well, okay, so right now, because the thing is, if you can get his attention and find out what he, I'd love to know what does he think about what's going on with transportation. I don't know.
Well, what these guys are saying, and okay, so why am I hanging out in Clubhouse? One of the reasons is I can get in the room and I can just leave it on speaker. I don't have to watch. All I have to do is listen, and I can even listen halfway if I want. But I'm getting information. What are these car dealers talking about? Okay, BDC. You guys hear me talk about BDC. I don't even know what BDC is. I think it's Business Development Community or Center, right?
It's Business Development Center. It is the BDC is the department at the dealership that kind of thinks about how do we sell more cars, right?
Right. That's where I'm going. I can get into any room, whether that's BDC, whether that's fixed ops, whether that's F&I. And okay, I'm in these rooms. Everybody is trying to figure out one thing. Any guesses? Where's Larry?
Which Larry?
Larry on Tuesday and Thursday, Larry?
Larry on Tuesday.
Larry, the dispatch center.
Oh, Larry the llama. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, where's Larry? He should know the answer to this. What are dealers in any room? What are they talking about?
Okay, so here we go. Ready? We're gonna do a Are You a Car Shipping Guru right now.
There you go.
Dang it, it's still loading. Well, forget it.
That's all right.
Oh no, here we go. What are the dealers in any dealership in Clubhouse talking about right now?
Answer. Where the transport guy is?
Where's my car?
Right? How to sell more cars, options on cars, or BDC? How to sell more cars is the answer.
Hey, right? BM says BDC, been there too. We got some interesting people that tune in, are part of the core. It's a varied group. Yeah, sales. BM worked in sales. Think about, and John Cochran said it earlier. Yes, I want to move cars. I don't want to keep driving a bus. I love that. And then we've had, who's the guy? Is it Chris Chamberlain? Works at CarMax, late shift. I love what's happening.
Oh,
I haven't heard anybody in here say, Jay, throw more money. Although I did see a YouTube comment. Somebody said 10,000 a week is possible. Okay. But it's not standard.
And 10,000 a week with what?
That's what I want to say. Exactly. With what? With where? There's about 1 million questions.
Yeah, we can all sit around here and compare how big our wieners are, but I can blow 10 grand out of the water, I promise, right? That's not what we're here for. Start out conservative, start out small, start out slow. There's a lot of risk here, guys. There's a lot of financial risk, physical risk, emotional, spiritual. There really is. It's not an easy game. those 500, Jay,
Wow.
how many do you think are still really killing it?
And I see people do, some people I think we lose. We probably out the back door because we get several in the front door on the ATI Insider, but we have people walking out the back door. Oh, it might be one a week.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry it didn't work out, but I'm glad that we could help try to provide some information perspective along the way.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody. It's not going to work out for everybody.
No, it's not. But anyway, so so back to the original. Here's what I'm really trying to emphasize today.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to emphasize I don't know what's going to happen next month or by the end of 2021. I really don't. I do think there are plenty of indicators that could make you kind of scratch your head and think this might not be the best year, right? Or it could be a banger year. I don't know. But I don't think you can go wrong with reducing debt and increasing assets, okay? And if you have the ability to start working on that now, probably be a good idea. Read between the lines however you want, okay? Is that fair?
Fair enough. I know that we could probably keep going, but I know we need to wrap this up. But I do want to say this too. You mentioned all the people you've talked to because of this platform. Let me tell you what is really neat. And I think this is a special reward for what we're doing is that even though the money's not flying everywhere and the views are not off the hook and all this craziness, some of the people that are now contacting us, it's getting very interesting. And so if you've been waiting to see if this experiment will just go away, stop waiting. It's not. Auto Transport Intel is here to stay, and we're here to help. We said it years ago, and it's true. We're here to stay, and we're here to help. So send me an email, autotransportintel@gmail.com. You can contact Ty. Ty, I'm going to put your phone number up here in the chat. Ty, 417-483-2764. And I mean, I find it amazing, too, that Ty still gives his phone number out live on YouTube. Sir, that is crazy. But I love that you do it because I don't have the time to do that. I got so much going on. I mean, as soon as we finish a show, I got to finish processing it, get the time codes, the description. It keeps me so busy. So, Ty, thank you so much for connecting with everybody in the network. And we still have work to do to solidify the infrastructure of our network and our core. Because if you didn't make those phone calls, man, it would just be a mess. Thank you.
Yeah, well, it goes both ways though, because I keep thinking about our friends. Who are our friends? We've got Midwestern, Randy, Joe,
man. Yeah,
John Larrick.
Oh yeah, LTI.
We've got Dean.
Yes, at Centurion.
Yeah, and then we got United Road friends, right?
Yes, Assertus.
Okay. Yeah,
we have friends
I've been
at
around
Assertus.
a while. Assertus.
Yeah, we have friends at Assertus.
I mean, we can keep going.
Yeah.
Draven, right? ACV.
Yes, Anthony
right?
Montero. I just heard from him. Yes, exactly.
Hey, the point it isn't to say, look at us. Right? That's not it. The point is Jay was onto something a long time ago. Jay puts in the time and the effort. He's connecting these guys. As these guys come, it definitely helps us. But I think at the end, it's going to help everybody. That's just my opinion. Right?
Well, that's why I didn't call it the J Show. This is not the J Show. This is Auto Transport Intel. It's totally different.
Right. So if you're paying attention, what Jay's saying is Jay is bringing the executives, bringing the big names, making those connections, making those relationships. Ty's out here in the transport parking lot. I can say stuff that I don't say, but I'm at a physical auction. I'm standing in the lane yesterday, and guess who pops up on the screen? ARI.
Oh, yeah. You were talking about, man, I love, that we're connected to Mike Buchanan at ARI. That is awesome, man.
I didn't know ARI. I didn't know Mike. I don't know why it popped up on the screen. I can make assumptions, and I'm not saying this to say I'm not doing the name drop right now. Okay, I'm not playing that game. What I'm trying to emphasize is this really is beginning to become a community. This really is a community that people are starting to try to get along. People are starting to try to communicate. Jay says it all the time. If you listen to him, hey guys, we got a problem. We're fragmented. We need some help. I mean, I'm the guy that says it all the time. Carriers suck. They do. Why? Well, you got dealers doing this, dealers doing that. You got this app, you got that app, you got this load board, that one. How do you get the cars out? How do you get the cars in? Let's make it more difficult, right? You guys, as we come together, you're starting to see, I think. I mean, these shows on Tuesday night, that doesn't happen.
Oh my God.
I'm just telling you, that doesn't happen.
I couldn't be more thrilled. Brian Ardman, thanks so much. He likes the community. Brian's also talking about the unbelievable rates right now. You know, that's one of the things, too, is that we see temporary changes. It's kind of like, you know what? It's kind of like the Ever Given. What is the Ever Given?
That's Larry.
What is the Ever Given?
I don't know.
Exactly. It's the boat that lodged a cork in the Suez Canal for a week.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. For that week, it was everything. I mean, there wasn't anything. Kids couldn't get food because the Ever Given was stuck in the Suez. Today, anybody talking about the Ever Given? No. This week, it's Matt Gaetz. You know, Ted Cruz is thinking, thank you, Matt Gaetz. My point is, the news will be whatever it is today, and it'll be something else tomorrow. The news right now is, load board rates are incredible. Is it going to stay that way? Are load board rates going to be incredible forever?
Well, that's why yesterday, I'm telling you, yesterday was crazy. Because you're seeing something and you're asking, this doesn't look right. Does that make sense? Did I say that right? Okay. I'm watching it from the perspective of how amazing is it that people are noticing something's different, right? And it's being talked about. We're talking about, which raises awareness, whatever you want to call it. Something's happening, okay? Let's just how's that? Let me break it down real simple. There are things that are happening. If they're not getting cars moved now, OEMs really hurting. Who's on the OEMs? What are they doing now? Where are they going? Right? You follow me? Okay. Used car prices are high. Dealers are buying everywhere. How are they getting them home? Well, I don't know, because everybody was gone because of COVID, because 60 to 70% of the guys that are in this business are out. And you look at that timeline, 3 months, COVID, 3 months, no OEMs, used car prices are high, load boards packed, rates are high. Where's this going? I don't know. But we're looking at it and we're talking about it, right?
Yeah.
I'm a conservative. I say save money.
I really like trying to figure out, you know, with all the slide rules and the T-squares and the compass and the pencil, how are all these factors coming together? I love looking at that.
Well, here's another good one for you. Alex was supposed to be on today. Remember Alex? Alex
Yes.
at Transwest Lore, right? I love Alex. He's going to be on the show April something, okay? Alex, I talked to him today. Hey, I want to cancel because I just want to talk Jay and I. That's it. Okay. He was busy anyway. That works out really good, Ty, because I'm super slammed. I'm swamped. What? You mean to tell me you're selling $300,000 Stingers and you're slammed? Yeah, I'm really, really busy. Okay, well, I want to ask Alex about this on the show. How is it that there's a lot of variables out here right now that make no sense, and Alex got people standing in line to buy $400,000 trucks? What is that?
You know what's cool, Ty? We're 20 minutes over what we normally do, and I've loved it. But I feel like we should probably, I don't know. Do you have any final thoughts? Yeah, and I think here's what I do want to say this salute. Andrew says connecting directly to the people experiencing the events is the new news. Thank you, Andrew. And Brian says I ran every day this time last year, never missed a day. Moved for peanuts, so I'm getting it while I can. Awesome. Because I do want to say this. Yes, the load boards are great right now, which is why really the reason I was talking about that ad nauseum was because there's still people saying the rates suck. Holy mackerel. Oh my God. I'm not saying they don't where you are, but if the rates suck now, man, do you need customers.
Oh.
Big time. Because really the load boards are off the hook. We actually proved it. Sue and I did some searches that usually suck.
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean,
Washington to Florida?
We did multiple searches that Florida getting out? What? Seriously, it was crazy. And so it's wonderful news, but it's temporary. Everything is temporary. By the way, while we're Jabberjaw, that guy behind you is ready to go. Did you see him getting all loaded?
Yep.
It's pretty
neat. They don't
neat.
play around here, man.
They do not play.
All right, so follow the
final
car.
Thoughts. Yes.
Watch the car. Pay attention. Try to find car dealers. Try to find auctions. Stay safe. If you need me, call me. Jay always puts my number up there. I'll do my best to help you. I don't have all the answers, but I do like the progress we're making as a community. I think it's amazing. And I do appreciate the Pauls, the Tims, the Skies, the Mikes. I mean, I can keep going. So the Rays and the Jays and the Randys and the just Deans and the Johns.
Yes.
It's a really cool thing. So I've been doing it a long time, and I'm just telling you.
And the Julies and the Catherines. Yeah.
It's really cool. So
we're gonna have an amazing super spreader Tuesday night. If you want to be a part of it, I put Ty's phone number in the live chat. Listen, seriously, if you're in any way building, growing, or managing an auto transport business or profit center, you should join us. You're perfect to join us. Share your stories. Share the bad news. Right? I can't find any decent drivers. Get an answer to why.
I would love if there's some dealers in here. I'm going to try. I think we're working on one maybe in a week or two to come on with us also. So
absolutely, we are. We're always talking. If you're not ready for prime time, and you just want to talk off the record, you don't want anybody to know. That's cool. That's totally cool. Ty's phone number is in the live chat. Call Ty, send me an email, autotransportintel@gmail.com. Go to autotransportintel.com, click on sign up. More and more companies are doing that too.
Yeah, we have. Oh, I didn't tell you. Do you get the same emails I get?
I see them, yes. And I've seen a couple. I'm like, what?
Whoa.
That guy just signed up? Yeah, dude.
I don't even know if I should call them. They don't need 20 minutes. I need 20 minutes.
Oh my gosh, I need a new strategy.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. All right, we're on. All right. You know what we just did there? Okay.
Oh, we did.
We just tooted our own horn. Listen,
good job.
It's a beautiful day. Ty, go enjoy. Hopefully you're enjoying the rest of your day out there. It's Friday. It's a weekend. Thanks for your time and your input, and we'll see you Tuesday night.
All right, buddy. Thanks, Jay.
Okay.
Thanks,
Peace
everybody.
out, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Peace, everybody, and we'll see you. He's already gone. He's on to the next thing. Thank you guys so much, really, for tuning in, for saying hello in the live chat. We mean it. We appreciate you. We want to see you in the super spreader. If you have any questions, call Ty. Let me know how I can help. Other than that, I know you're still working. Still got hours on the clock, but when you're done, please do enjoy the weekend. Even if you're working tomorrow, I got stuff I got to do tomorrow too. But maybe Sunday. Hopefully Sunday's nice. Keep her going. Enjoy it. And the world's opening up a little bit. Oh, thank God. Oh, man. Can't wait to see the inside of a movie theater or something like that. Smell the popcorn again. I'll be so happy to see that gum stuck to the carpet one more time. All right, everybody. What is he talking about? I'm saying it's time to go. Everybody stay safe. I'll see you next week. Thanks so much. Peace out, everybody.